Shalom. All right, let me get straight into this lesson, but I want you to go to the elder Malcolm page. GMS at the bottom, Maccabean Spirit, and subscribe. Subscribe to his channel. Very edifying videos he bring out. So we're gonna be going into this video right here. Esau, Edom, and the so-called white man is fucked. You look at all this wealth, it's crazy because where I stay at, it's a lot of wealth in this particular city. A lot of wealth. And you just ride around and look at these big mansions, these estates, all this land, these big, beautiful homes, predominantly owned by so-called white people. If not owned, they paying a mortgage on it, one or the other. You get what I'm saying. And Jake don't got nothing, Of course, it's the curses, but you so-called white people gonna have to pay for this. No one's gonna get away with this. So you look at all this wealth in America. You go to, the major cities, you got Dallas, you got Houston, you got Phoenix, if I'm not mistaken. Phoenix, right? LA. Let me see something real quick. Even in Colorado. Matter of fact, let me show you something real quick. Give me 1 second. All right, when he's talking about the United States, you know what I'm saying, all the wealth. I'm gonna point out some of these cities to you. And you brothers and you sisters, if you travel, you know what time it is. So Austin, a lot of multi-million dollar homes and mansions in Austin. You got Fort Worth, you got Dallas, you got Houston. I'm just working my way from the bottom. You got San Antonio, look, Phoenix, LA, Fresno. You even got the San Francisco, Sacramento. You got Palisade on California West Coast, San Diego. All these are very affluent, wealthy cities. You know what I'm saying? Let's keep going. Even stuff you never heard of is so vast, I can't cover everything. You go to even Florida, you look at Orlando, Tampa, Fort Lauderdale, Miami. Miami is one of the richest cities in the United States, and predominantly, these big mansions and these yachts and all these financial institutions and these businesses, all Edomites. 95% of the wealth is controlled by the so-called white man, but they'll say equality. They're none but liars. Let's keep going. Now you got some Jakes in Atlanta, that, so-called got money, so-called to a certain degree, but it ain't nothing on the level of Esau Edom. So you go to Nashville, that's another wealthy city. Charlotte, you got Myrtle Beach, Wells. I'm just kind of going to random places kind of within this map. Even in St. Louis, St. Louis, Chicago. I mean, even in St. Louis, Kansas City, a lot of multi-million dollar homes there. You got even New Jersey, Washington, D.C. I think Washington, D.C. got the most millionaires per capita. So you got all these Edomites, and let's keep going. Albany, that's another affluent city. A lot of these cities, what they'll do is they'll split the city up. They'll have the poor, you Israelites, you so-called blacks, Hispanics, and the other tribes, they have you segregated, but they'll live in the best neighborhoods. When you start seeing a Starbucks and Whole Foods, all the eating correctly, eating healthy places, what I'm saying, health food places, the better quality of food, the better quality of life is all in the so-called white neighborhoods, but yet they'll say equality. Matter of fact, I'm just going to do this lesson on this. It's so much, I have to say the other lesson for tomorrow, Lord willing. So just going back into this map, Virginia, you got a lot of Edomites. You got them in Charleston, Cincinnati. You got Michigan. It's a vast amount of territory that these devils have stolen, and they control all the wealth, right? You got, matter of fact, New York City. You got a lot of wealth in New York City. You got them skyscrapers and so on and so forth. Pittsburgh, right? Even in the so-called Midwest to Mideast, right? You got a lot of wealth in Green Bay, in Wisconsin. You'll be surprised. You look at those ranches, all those acres and acres and acres of land that they get to pass on generationally. They got farms that they pass on down to their kids. They got big, what they call them, King Ranch trucks. You know, Ford. I'm talking about the Ford loaded trucks. You know, the dualies. You know, the diesel Cummins, you know what I'm saying, the diesel Rams, you know, the Ford Raptors. These are like $70,000 to $100,000 vehicles, man. You know what I'm saying? They got all this machinery that work these farms that's worth hundreds of thousands of dollars. They got these trust funds that you know nothing about, that they actually pass this wealth down generationally. And that's why you can never get ahead, because this shit is all rigged up from your inception of coming out the womb. The earth is given into the hands of the wicked. So you got these Edomites, they control all the real estate in all these places. And what I was doing for a while, because I got an interest in real estate, you know what I'm saying? I got a real interest in real estate. Just looking at all these affluent neighborhoods and all these homes and how they built, the amount of so-called money that's in them, it'll blow your mind. They have a vast amount of wealth. But you go to the inner cities, they're all poverty stricken, but yet they'll say that we all need to come together and pray to so-called white Jesus. That's madness. Okay, let me keep going. You got Salakia. You got in Denver. Denver is one of the, I didn't know this, but I found this out recently. Denver, Colorado has the most millionaires, one of the most affluent cities in the United States. Let me show you. Let me pull this up real quick. What is the richest city? 10 cities in the United States. Salakia. And maybe the spirit jump on me to go into showing you videos of these homes, you know what I'm saying, of these some of these neighborhoods. It says right here, it says, based on wealth metrics like millionaires, billionaires, and private wealth, the top 10 richest cities in the United States are generally considered to be New York City, the Bay Area, Los Angeles, Chicago, Boston. I forgot about Boston, Seattle, which is in this region I'm in right now, you know, on this map. And you got Washington, D.C., Houston, San Francisco, and Miami. Let's see what else. So then you got all this other wealth of these farms, and you got this trust fund money. Is vast. It goes on and on and on and on. And when you start to travel, you start to see how unimaginable this is, and how they all in. This is um they all into this together. You know what I'm saying? Let's look up Denver, Colorado. Let me see. All right, Salaki, give me 1 second. And I was looking at going to one of these resorts, you know, when it was cold, like in Denver, Colorado, and I was just looking at the homes, you know, just kind of looking at the real estate there, and it's it says right here. It says while Denver is a significant and wealthy city, it is not definitely the richest city in the United States, but yeah, it's one of. And Denver is a beautiful place, you know. Colorado, just Colorado in general. Let me see that the average home there is like $1 million. Let me see some. What is the average home price in Denver, Colorado? Okay, the medium listing home price in Denver, Colorado is $565,000. But you get it, you know what I'm saying? I think it's. But I was looking at homes, and like the cheapest home that you can find was a million. I think $1.2 million. That was around the Denver, Colorado area in Colorado Springs. Then you got Utah, Salt Lake City, a lot of prosperity there among the Edomites, you know what I'm saying? So they've taken over all this land and been able to pass this stuff down generationally. And in all these cities and all these states, they is built on our backs, and it's built on so-called white supremacy, false so-called white supremacy. All these places got so-called white Jesus in their churches, in their institutions. It's ingrained and built inside of America. The racism. The Edomites are fucked. You're going to have to pay for all this. You know what I'm saying? Because they think Jake don't see all this. We see all this shit. The Spirit have us see everything. You know, you don't think we can see vastly, but we can. You go to Oregon, a lot of ranches there. You talking about these ranches starting at, if they wanted to sell them, starting at $2 to $3 million. You go to Boise, Idaho, Nevada. You got Las Vegas there, another wealthy city, and you just goes on, and they did this around the whole world. This not just in the United States. The wealth that they and how did they build this wealth? They stole the land, they raped, robbed, and pillaged, and they actually set laws up that you follow to this very day that benefits them, keep you in subjection, and that's how been able to do this for so long. So they control wealth by passing it down generationally, and it's nothing that you're oblivious of this. While you trying to go to a fucking college and get you an associate's degree, these motherfuckers already got the game rigged up for you, right? You just a peasant. We just slaves to the system. And a lot of these jakes, they don't understand that because they too fucked up. They full of GMO. They full of all this garbage and this poison of this place to understand and focus on what's really going on. Right? So it's crazy because wouldn't intended to do this, but the Spirit move how I do. Now you go to Canada, same shit. Everywhere, even South Africa. These devils went there and chopped it up and divided the land and made the people fight among each other, changed their ethnicities. They rename people, they rename lands. They bring division, they bring devilish ways, they bring deceit, confusion, the manipulation. They got you fucked up to this day. They bring in Christianity, which Christianity is a hell of a stronghold on you jakes. You know what I'm saying? That's how they've been able to dominate your mind with that as well. And they do all kind of devilish, evil things to you to this very day. And you unaware that this is going on because Jake is too busy in survival mode. They too busy trying to fucking survive in this place to understand what's really going on. And everybody is getting oppressed in these times because you got the lower level Edomites. They catching hell too. But if you're Edomite, you finish. That's what it is. So yeah, I mean, all this wealth, and like I say, the Spirit might go on me to go and start going into some of these cities and show you like what I'm talking about. But if you travel a lot, you understand exactly what I'm saying because you see it everywhere. Look at Green Bay. You got Rochester. Indianapolis. You got Salakia. You got Wichita. You know what I'm saying? Wyoming. Going over to Wyoming, you got, like I say, and you start going into these rural places, it's so much wealth that it'll blow your mind. But if you travel, you understand what I'm saying. You'll get it. But maybe the Spirit might jump on me to start showing videos of this, showing you. The brother from Kansas City did a lesson like that. He rode through an affluent neighborhoods that was in Kansas City, and it ain't just one or two neighborhoods in these cities. It's like the city I'm in. We got about 20 neighborhoods like this, and these neighborhoods are big. They ain't just neighborhoods. They like they like damn near cities, but it's like 20 to 25 of them and it goes on and on and on and on and on. And this is one of the ways they keep you oppressed without you knowing because they control the real estate. Real estate is one of the biggest ways you build wealth. But I didn't want to make this too much longer. Hopefully this has been edifying. Lord willing, I get into more videos like this. Call Hala Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahushua, Bahashim, Rakak, Quadash. Shalom.